Hi, everybody. We're going to talk about Coltsfoot today. It should be coming up soon in the yards so we can forage it. It's a plant that is long used for its herbal medicine for respiratory conditions, gout, flu, colds, and fever. Come on over and learn some more. Hey, everybody. It's Rachel with the Herbalist Garden. How are you today? So, it's not going to be a long video today. Coltsfoot is a plant. Tussilago farfara. I assume that's how you pronounce it. We're going with it. Just going with it. Scientific names aren't my forte. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm an herbalist. I'm not a doctor. Please do your own research. Super important. Remember everything in moderation. You know, everything. Everything in life. And we're going to get into it. It's not going to take long because Coltsfoot is very specific. I'm going to talk about the things that it does, but it's also one that you have to very much be careful with because the interactions are pretty severe. That contains an alkaloid that can be damaging to our bodies if we ingest too much. So we're going with it. Coltsfoot, scientifically known as Tussilago farfara. It's a perennial herb native to Europe and parts of Asia, recognized for its yellow dandelion-like flowers that bloom in early spring before the leaves appear. Like it should literally be coming out soon in my yard because that's how I actually discovered it because it grows in my yard. But it says it's invasive, and did you know that invasive doesn't mean it kills other things? It just means that it isn't native. Did you know that? Yeah. So, it has traditionally been used for respiratory issues, but it contains toxic compounds that can harm the liver, making it potentially unsafe for consumption. It has actually been banned in 2 countries for internal consumption. So, you can use it externally, and that is what I'm going to recommend, although there is dosage suggestions on a tea form. So coughs, asthma, bronchitis. It's anti-inflammatory. It's soothing. Um, sorry, I forgot to say my notes over here on the screen. I will be referring to them, if not reading from them often, so that I stay on task. Animal studies link it to several health benefits, including reduced inflammation, brain damage, and coughing. However, it does contain those several toxic. Okay, it's not toxic. It's kind of, sort of. Anyway, we'll go into that, and may cause serious harm, including liver damage and cancer, if it is taken incorrectly. Please consult an herbalist or a functional doctor before taking this, unless you already know what you're doing. Do your own research. There is so much information out there on the interwebs. Herbal teas have been cherished for centuries, not only for their comforting warmth, but also for their healing properties. I never remember this ahead of time. I don't know what my problem is. Hi, everybody. A little bit louder now. So, Coltsfoot tea stands out as a traditional remedy with a rich history in European and Asian folk medicine. Made from the leaves and the flowers of the Tussilago fafara plant, Coltsfoot tea has been known as a natural soother for coughs, sore throats, and lung-related ailments, earning it the reputation of nature's cough medicine. So its bioactive compounds are mucilaginous. There's flavonoids. There's antioxidants. It calms inflammation. It supports digestion. Um, but it also demands a lot of caution. So that's important to note. And we're going to get to that. It's the pyrrolizidine alkaloids, the PAs. Those are what those are the compound within Coltsfoot that makes it dangerous. So it isn't saying that you can't consume it. It's saying be very, very, very specific and cautious when doing so, because those pyrrolizidine alkaloids, especially the syncrines, are present in Coltsfoot. However, the total alkaloid content is lower than that in butterbur. So butterbur is another plant that has similar compounds in it and also can have the same negative effects on the body if taken incorrectly. Sesquiterpenes, and one of the sesquiterpenes in it is the tesselagon, which is where it gets its name from, the tesselago farfara, because one of the enzymes or the alkaloids is specifically, I'm sorry, the sesquiterpenes is the tesselagon. Bisbo, can I put these up here on the screen because those two are tough. Triterpenes, flavonoids, and the pyrrolizidine alkaloids. Those are I have in the description below the websites that you can utilize to research, but it is not limited to what I have posted below. There's so much more, but all the information was repetitive, so I didn't include them. I think I did include one that I didn't specifically mention in this podcast because I thought I had good information. So just check out the links below. Check out any other. I always type in medicinal benefits of whatever herb we're doing this week. You can just do benefits, medicinal benefits. There's a lot. There's a lot. Just keep going with it because you're going to get a different link or different websites to look into every single time. So the phenolic compounds have been identified using high performance liquid chromatography techniques. Chromatography? Does anybody know what chromatography is? Let's look it up. Chromatography. It is chromatography. It's a chemical analysis, a laboratory technique for the separation of mixture into its components. The mixture is dissolved in a fluid solvent called the mobile phase, which carries it through a system on which the material called stationary phase is fixed. As the different constituents of the mixture tend to have different affinities for the stationary phase and retain for different lengths of time, depending on their interactions in the surface sites, the constituents travel to the apparent velocities of the mobile fluid, causing them to separate. That's cool. So if you find one thing we'll get to later, just highlight this really quick, is that chromatography. Yes, chromatography makes it so that they can basically take out something. And there is also, like if you're going to go and find a supplement of Coltsfoot, you're also going to be able to find one that has the PAs taken out. So that is how we can conceivably utilize it herbally, naturally, and not have to harvest its potential harmful compounds. But yeah. All right. We got it. Chromatography. Cool. I like learning stuff. So the chemical constituents are in the flowers, the leaves, basically the whole plant. Essential oils are also available. You can get them. I've never found them personally, but that doesn't mean that they're not available. I haven't looked really hard. So how it reduces inflammation, and it helps with like asthma and gout that way. Or gout is apparently a type of arthritis. Um, a 2018 study on mice found that the tussilagone, which is the active component in Coltsfoot, reduced several inflammatory markers in mice with drug-induced colitis. After another rodent study showed that the tussilagone helped block specific pathways that regulate inflammation. So that's good. It has an influence on brain health. For example, a 2018 animal study showed that administering Coltsfoot extract reduced brain cell damage from a stroke induced by decreased blood flow. These poor animals. It was also prevented brain tissue death and reduced inflammation. Chronic cough. This is the one that's used for the most. Conditions like bronchitis, asthma, whooping cough. It relieves the chronic coughing. An older animal study found that treating mice with a mixture of Coltsfoot compounds helped reduce cough frequency, also linked to increased septum secretion and decreased inflammation. According to many users, it can be used on the skin. External use, it helps rejuvenate the complexion, reducing the visibility of age marks and wrinkles. It also can be used on the hair, and I will include in the description below a recipe for like a tonic for your hair. What do they call it? It's just a hair recipe. Okay. Like a rinse. Okay. So it can be added to shampoos and conditioners to help treat dandruff and simply add strength and sheen to your hair. So you can use it as an herbal compress for wounds, rashes, and burns. The hair rinse that I talked about, that I will put the recipe in the description below. Steam inhalation can help clear nasal passages and ease sinus congestion. A gargle solution helps with sore throats and inflamed gums. There was a website that said that most herbalists recommend 1 to 2 cups per day for only short periods, not exceeding 4 to 6 weeks. Long-term or high-dose consumption may increase the risk of liver toxicity due to the PA. But as I said, if you could find it where it's gone through the chromatography that would exit that part, then, but you're not going to get it in a whole form that way. It will have to be in like chemical form, stuff you buy from a store, because unless you have a device, lab devices that can make this happen, we're stuck with the whole plant. I mean, if you know somebody, hook a girl up. So, because apparently you can find PA-free Coltsfoot products wherever possible. If you combine it with other safe herbs like honey, ginger, thyme, it can enhance the effectiveness of it. Avoid excessive daily intake. Obviously, I'd say no more than 1 to 2 cups per day for no longer than 4 to 6 weeks. I would not even recommend full 4 to 6 weeks, because hopefully you're going to be better before then. If you still have a chronic cough after 4 to 6 weeks, I'm sorry, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Find yourself a functional doctor, find yourself a regular, I don't care. Just go get fixed because that's not healthy. If you want to drink the tea, do drink slowly and warm for the best. Throat soothing benefits. Continue Discontinue use if you find any unusual symptoms like fatigue, yellowing skin, digestive upset. Those are the things that are going to happen to your body if it is going to have the negative effects. Um, Drink it in the morning, afternoon, before bed. Not all three, just two max. I would recommend more the before bed or in the morning. Just depends on when your symptoms are the worst, I suppose. So, adults can use it with a mild cough, cold, or sore throat. It provides natural relief from bronchial or sinus congestion and just respiratory issues overall. No pregnant women, no to breastfeeding women, no to children under 12, unless under strict professional guidance. People with existing liver disease, don't even touch it. Don't even go there. Which means I probably can't take it because I still don't know what's causing my liver enzymes to be mildly elevated. I mean, I think I've told you that story before, how in 2020 I had like severely elevated. It was due to painkillers, and that all that got fixed. Haven't had any issues since. But each time I go in, they're still a little bit elevated, and I don't know why, because it's not like I drink. I mean, I do, but it's very, very rare, and never in excess. There's a whole other story. Mm, not on purpose. Anyway, um, I take liver tonics. I don't know why my liver is the way it is. Nobody's been able to figure it out, nor have I actually sought too hardcore for it because the numbers are still within the technical range. Anyway, enough about me. So there's science backs the benefits of this tea. Okay. So a natural expectorant loosens mucus and clears the respiratory tract, soothes sore throat from pain and irritation, supports bronchial health, eases asthma symptoms, a natural expectorant, sinus congestion, relief, anti-inflammatory properties, antioxidant, boosts immunity, digestive health. It will It basically can soothe the stomach lining and ease minor digestive discomforts, reduces fever, skin healing, relieves aller- allergic rhinitis. So basically, like allergies. That's all that means. It can speed up pneumonia recovery. Aids in detoxification because it does flush out. Has a diuretic effect and it does flush out the toxins. Relieves laryngitis. It can ease an irritated cough in children. Just be very, very cautious with it. I would do more like an inhalation rather than an actual like ingested tea. Supports circulatory health because the flavonoids in it improves the blood vessel health. Relieves headaches that are linked to congestion. Promotes relaxation. I mean, those are all really good things, and those are all things that we have to be sure to keep monitoring. Like, you can tell what your liver's doing by the color of your pee and how you feel in general. Because not your liver being in bad condition affects your entire body. Just infects everything. I have a friend who's dealing with liver infections right now. I've had one, not an infection, but I've had elevated enzymes before. And yeah, you feel like crap. So you'll know. Um, and then, as I said, this is not something that you can't find in other herbs that are safer. So this is like last resort concept to me. It's still, I think, beneficial to know. Say you run across Coltsfoot in nature, you want to forage it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I ran out of, whatever other cold remedy that you have, and that's all you have left, and you can take it on in low dosage, okay? Because it does produce liver toxicity in high amounts. Allergic reactions, if you're allergic to like the compositae or the astraceae um, family of plants, it can overconsumption can irritate the digestive system, causing nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, potential carcinogenic risk only because of those PAs. So if you're finding a PA free one, it sounds like you're golden. It causes a pregnancy risk. Don't do it. It can damage fetal development. There was actually a case that they found where some lady had Coltsfoot tea the whole time she was pregnant, and sadness, she didn't get to have a baby. Breastfeeding concerns, don't. It goes into breast milk. Drug interactions, we'll talk about it. Headaches, dizziness, rare. But if you only get it after you have the tea, you can't have it. Kidney strain due to its diuretic effects. Don't do too much. Moderation. Okay. So, always choose the PA-free Coltsfoot tea from reputable brands. Avoid long-term use. Do not combine with hepatotoxic substances like alcohol, acetaminophen, other certain medications. Um, oh, I didn't take that out. Eek. Nope. Delete. Okay. There was a 1988 case study. A woman drank Coltsfoot tea. This is what I was telling you throughout her pregnancy, and it resulted in a fatal blockage of the blood vessel, leading to her baby's liver. So sad. A 2012 case reported details of a man who developed a blood clot in his lung after taking a supplement containing Coltsfoot and other herbs. So if you've got, before you start taking herbs, know what your body's doing. Like, it does not, you got health insurance, right? For the regular medical doctors, go get your blood drawn. It's included in your insurance plan. Go get your blood checked. They'll be like, okay, here, give me money. They'll do it for you. Anytime I want my blood checked, I go in and be like, man, I haven't been feeling so well. Can we do a blood test? Because they want to do one once every year anyway, just to monitor your health. It's kind of part of a general checkup. Go get that taken care of. Make an appointment. It's not going to kill you. And then look, assess your numbers and then make a decision based on what you can and cannot have. So you can't have it with hypertension, antihypertensive drugs, no high blood pressure drugs. It interacts. No medications that increase the breakdown of medications by the liver. And nothing with slow blood clotting. No anticoagulant or antiplatelet drugs. So I'll put the hair recipe down in the description below. Cause I think it's pretty cool. Tell me if you used it. Tell me if it works. I want to know because I haven't done it yet. I don't have any Coltsfoot actually. I harvested it, forgot about it, got a little bit of mold on it, so I just threw it out. It's gonna, as I said, it's gonna come up in like a few weeks in my yard. I was like, why is there dandelions growing over there? And then I walked over and I did the little identification. I was like, that's Coltsfoot. That's cool. It's medicinal. Boom. Guaranteed use. So I will be also putting the links to this in the description to where I gleaned my information from. Yeah, look into Coltsfoot. I mean, even if you never have to actually use it in your lifetime, which is fine. There's a lot of stuff that does good stuff too. It's still good to know, have that knowledge. I'm in the ums today. All right. take that out of my vocabulary. I will be also posting this on the Herbalist Garden on Facebook. I just factoids, not necessarily what we've done here. Yeah, because I try not to duplicate too much, because then people are just scrolling past instead of actually reading or watching or something like that. So go and check out the video that I posted on YouTube of my last Saturday, because it was so beautiful and I got to repot all my indoor plants. That was super fun. Jamming out to music. You see me being goofy and me. It's who I am. It is. So go check out Facebook group, The Herbalist Garden. Come and take a look at all the other podcast videos that we have over here, and then all my goofy, just life in general sometimes. All my links to all my socials are down in the description below as well. Thank you for learning about Coltsfoot with me today. I really enjoyed having you guys along for this journey. We've been doing the Herbalist Garden for 3 years now. 3. We've got 135.2K. Y'all make me proud. Thank you so much. Humble me a lot. A wonderful day. Thank you for learning with me.